Hey everyone, Rohan Dhawan here, founder of Uability, and today I have a special guest, Payas, with me. And Payas is a fitness instructor and a proud father who has actually achieved phenomenal results today. Something that a lot of fitness trainers inside of our country, a lot of fitness consultants inside of our country actually struggle to do, and Payas has successfully done it. So, Pius, what's up? Like, just give a little bit background about yourself, what you do, and how did you get into fitness and everything? Just explain a little bit so that people can get to know you better.
Okay, thank you, Rohan, for a nice introduction. So, yeah, so my name is Payas, and I have started this journey 1.5 year back of being an online coach, online fitness coach, and the whole thing started way back 8 years back when I was doing all these things out of passion. I was very much interested into fitness and nutrition, but I was not having a proper path to follow this career. And the Indian scenario, parents don't understand that you can make a career out of your passion. So that was something which I was facing at that time. So I have completed my BTech, then I did my MTech, got a job, uh, and I have worked in few FMCG companies as a corporate professional, as a business development manager. Then in 2018, I have finally, quit my job um, in December, and then I have actually started, taking things professionally, coaching people and doing it for the living. But at that point of time, I was not having a proper, step-by-step plan to put into action to get clients, because I was just seeing all those people, those who are already into fitness. They were posting a lot of videos, YouTube videos, Instagram posts, Facebook posts, and I have just tried copying them, that maybe one day I'll also get a big influencer in this market and generate a lot of income. But that was not happening. I mean, there was a lot of competition, and I always used to compare myself with others, that okay, these guys are charging this much, so I should also charge this much. And once I have started doing that, I was kind of seeing that this is not what I can do or sustain with, because charging just few working for few bucks is not worth it. I mean, you can easily do a job and get 1 lakh rupees a month, after 5 or 6 years of experience. But then I've thought that I should still continue it. And but again, as I told that I was not able to do it, then one day I've seen Rohan's ad on Facebook. And initially I was I was very skeptical that this thing is going to work or not for me. uh, but then I have taken I have believed in him, because I have already seen I have already did his course on Udemy. It was really good. I mean, when I have started my blogging journey, I have learned everything from Rohan. So it was there in my mind that I know this guy, but I wasn't really sure to get into the program, Uability Elite program. But then uh, I have booked a strategy session with Rohan, and Rohan have convinced me that this thing can be worked out, and you can actually achieve the target which you are looking for, and you can make a living out of it. So then, yeah, finally, I am doing right now at this point of time. It's only 1 week since I've started using all the tactics and the things which Rohan have taught in the program, Your Ability Lead. And right now, I'm earning uh, in the. I mean, this time, uh, since from past 7 days, I have earned around 70,000 rupees, and I'm still doing it. I mean, this is just the beginning. And Rohan and we are just discussing, how can we can scale this business even more than what I'm doing right now. But I'm really happy whatever I've achieved in this past 7 days after going through the program. So yeah, over to you, Rohan.
That's fantastic, Pius. Pius, according to you, since you've been in this whole fitness journey for such a long time, right? What's your scenario of the fitness market in India right now? When you take a look at the trainers, as you were telling me, I think, before we were talking, like some of the trainers in your area are charging like 6,000 rupees or maybe very nominal prices or something. So what's your opinion regarding the fitness industry right now?
So people are basically undervaluing them, first thing. I mean, after doing all those certification, and um, learning each and everything to help a particular client, they are actually undervaluing them, first point. Second point is, they are, they think that they can only get to these people while working in a gym. They are not aware of how they can, reach more people through online thing. I mean, they are not aware of this thing at all. How to properly create a system that can bring in, more leads, more clients every day. So I think there should there's a need of getting learning these new strategies, and how people can, how trainers actually can implement all this thing. And right now, I think you don't need, a lot of educational background to understand all this stuff. Even, uh, anyone can actually do it once you figure out what's your passion is. And people like Rohan can actually, give you a path, a proper plan to execute. The main thing which I feel is people are, really scared of executing things, you know whatever it might be. Trying out new things is, I certainly see that people, keep themselves away from. They just want to, keep themselves secured in a job or something. And see, if you want to, move on to the next level, you have to keep on learning new things, and you have to, come out of your comfort zone. Yes, this is the most important part which Rohan have taught, that you have to come out of your comfort zone. This is the most important thing. So yeah, I think that trainers and fitness coach in India should, educate themselves more and look for alternatives. I mean, gym or training physically is not the only thing. Apart from that, if you can come online, you know uh, set up a system which can help you generate more leads and more sales. I mean, who doesn't want more money?
Absolutely.
Simple. Okay.
That's
So
right. I
doing things
really like
physically,
that point.
yeah, yeah,
I really like that point. Sorry to cut you. That you were saying that most people are only, just going to the gym, right? And that they think that that's their only source to get clients. And what they would do is, offer those free trial sessions to people and just try to like, share value with people, but then realize that there's no proper mechanism to convert them into a sale, right? And that's like a very, I think in my opinion, that's just waste of time. Don't you agree?
absolutely. I mean, I have been to that situation. I have tried working in a gym, and I have only been there for 1.5 years. Okay. So if you are a smart person, you will you will come to know that uh, that is not where you want to be for your whole life. I mean, I have seen trainers earning just a maximum of, on an average, a maximum of 25,000 rupees in the gym, working for 10 hours straight, standing there, not getting clients, not getting any leads. And then ultimately they leave this field of fitness and nutrition. Yeah,
Right, absolutely. And as you were telling me before, convincing your, even people who are close to you, like your family members, that you want to follow your passion. How did you, manage to do that? Like, I don't want to do this corporate job. I want to follow my passion. Like that must have been a big risk for you, right?
yes. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, I, as everyone knows that Indian scenario is something different from what we see abroad. I mean, if you go outside USA and every other country, people take a lot of risk. And I'll say that's a calculated risk. I mean, they try and learn each and everything before they actually get into the business. But whatever you see, I mean, even in jobs today, nothing is secure. Okay, so you can either just sit there and just think about it, what to do next, or you can actually come up, or learn new things and get into and find out new ways to actually move ahead. So yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. And when you actually took this leap of faith, right? How did you, come up with the idea that I want to enter the online world rather than doing the traditional stuff like what most people do? Like, how did you discover Facebook, Google, and everything?
So first thing, as I told you that I have tried learning about blogging, YouTube, and everything. But at that point of time, maybe I'll if I'll be exact. I mean, 6 years back, I have started all this blogging, creating websites, and everything. But I was not sure that that fitness is something which I need to work on. I have tried changing things from time to time, and I must say that Rohan was the first guy from whom I have learned a lot of things. I mean, you can still see that Udemy courses, which was there 5 years, 6 years back, that how to get to 20 lakh people,
2
to
million, yeah.
million people on your blog. So I have tried learning that. I have tried all those strategies, and it have actually worked. But again, talking about this system, this was something new, because generating clients, generating leads, and getting a consistent income, and that too high ticket clients. That is the main thing. I mean, I can see that people are struggling with that, because every other person next door is becoming a fitness trainer, and they are not setting them apart from what others are providing. So you have to find your own niche and everything. So I wasn't aware about this. I was just going blindly looking at other people, that okay, that guy is into fitness, so I should also give fitness tips. I was not knowing what to do next. I was just thinking that by just providing few videos and everything, creating few posts will get me clients. But that was not the thing which I was looking for.
Yeah.
Slowly, I have started learning more things. Uh, as I told you that I almost did each and every course which is there on Udemy by Rohan Dhawan. Then I have started learning more about it. Tried and experimented a lot of things: Facebook ads, YouTube ads, everything. I have tried everything, affiliate marketing, everything, whatever is there right now on the internet. But I haven't come to a point where I can say that okay, this is the perfect system where I can work on from uh, now on, and can do it for the rest of my life. So now I can really say that the system is this is what I really love, training people, coaching people. And I have finally figured out how to do stuff, so that I can do it on a consistent basis and not getting bored and switching on to other things. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. You're right. I think the biggest mistake is that most PTs out there believe that if they would just post selfies on Instagram and, share videos, then one day they would automatically get the sale that they're looking for. But as you were trying to say, you were trying all these things, but they were not resulting in a system that could take these people and turn them into a proper client, right? And now
Yes.
you were able to actually develop a system like that, right? That's fantastic. So, brother, as you were telling me earlier, right? I think you posted three on Instagram and got around about 3,000 followers and like a lot of subscribers on YouTube as well. So, when you were doing this consistently, were you not seeing direct clients? Was like what exactly was the scenario like? Because you were doing a lot of efforts.
So at that point of time, when I've started working on this whole online thing, I was getting leads, but they were not consistent. I mean, I was getting around sometimes one lead, maximum two leads per month. Okay, that's what I was getting, and that too, I was charging way too less, in which I wasn't satisfied. So that's what I think was not right at that point of time. So the sales weren't consistent. Another problem is not getting high ticket client. Uh, so that I'll be satisfied. I can run all, I can pay my bills and everything. So that was the only problem which I was which I was facing at that point of time. And yes, again, after creating all the system, um, everything right now, it is there working properly. So now I'm just focusing on going getting people on board, training them, and yeah, once you prepare the system and once you understand how this whole thing works, then I think um, it will be the best decision you can take.
That's fantastic, Pius. Pius, there are like, a lot of fitness consultants and trainers who might be watching this and they might think that this digital marketing, this website development, and all this stuff, and like sales and doing business, this might be like too complicated, right? Or too technical or something like that. So, what would you say to those people, and how did you get rid of this barrier for yourself? By not only, you are so passionate about fitness and everything, and you learned that field, but you also entered this new technical field, let's say, of digital marketing and everything. So, what would you say to that?
So I'll say that see, you have to, in the starting itself, I've said that you have to learn new things. When it comes to achieving your target, if that is your goal, that you want to you know achieve, maybe let's say 1 lakh sales per month, and if you're just wondering how to do it, and if you think that this digital marketing thing is really complex, and just because of that you are not taking up this whole thing, so I don't think so you have to worry that much. I mean, whatever you do in life, you have to you know uh, work a little bit. That's actually important, otherwise how will you learn? I mean, if you're just scared of learning new things, then I don't think so you should even think about doing a business.
That's so
I
true.
I I think that you shouldn't be really scared. I mean, whatever I have learned during this course, it was really the thing what uh, a usual sales system what we do, physically. Now, what we are doing is we are just making a system online. That's it. So it is not that complex. Yes, you'll face few technical difficulties in between, but then again, Rohan and other people are there in the group who can help you out with this, understanding this, motivating you in between. People, you can see a lot of people posting that they are doing sales and they are doing great in between if you are off track. Okay, so I don't think so that you will face any technical difficulties while going through the process. So
In a
yeah, it's very,
nutshell, get out of your comfort zone, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And as you were telling me, brother, like, when you saw the ad and everything, and when you booked the call, anybody who goes through an ad and they're like, okay, now we're booking a call and this whole strategy thing is happening. And when you came to know about the program and everything, obviously there's some level of skepticism. I'm pretty sure the clients who talk to you as well, they feel this like kind of skepticism as well. So as a, fitness consultant, how did you like get over this skepticism and actually convince that, okay, maybe this is the right decision that I should go for?
See, one thing which I have actually, practiced in life, or I've tried a lot of things. I was, I was never scared of doing these things. Like, obviously, there were, you'll see some friends, stopping you from doing all these things. I mean, what are you trying to do? Just get a job or do something else. Okay, this is not your field. I mean, I used to think like that, that fitness is something which is, you cannot earn more. But again, as I said, that once you understand the process, what's going, how to do it exactly, what are all the things you need to do or incorporate into your whole thing, whole system, then it will be really easy for you. And yeah, talking about the call, yeah, I was too, skeptical uh, initially when, when Rohan was talking about each and everything. I was not sure to do it, but then I wanted to change my life. I mean, I'm 30 years right now, so I didn't want it to, stay at the exact position, to just, keeping on doing things which I was doing earlier. And I was, pretty much sure that if this isn't working from past 1 year, then it is not going to work. I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I did a lot of course and everything, but there is something missing, that part of the puzzle which I need to get, to get to the next level. So that was the main thing which was there in my head. So yeah, so then I finally, I have decided that I need someone who can actually guide me, who can show me the process. Yes, I have taken up the thing. And I mean, if you're really serious, one thing is for sure, if you're really serious, you can learn a lot of things inside the program and you can actually make it. Okay. Frustrations will come, you know, it will come even if you're doing a job. If you are working under a boss, you'll have, a lot of frustration over there. I mean, you'll think about quitting a job and everything. So I would suggest that the hardship and all is a part of entrepreneurship. So you have to go through that phase, and frustrations will come, but ultimately it's up to you if you want to just get back to the old lifestyle which you were there, or you want to take up new things, try out that, and work on it and change your life.
That's fantastic. I think most people get, when they're in the online space, due to all these ads and everything, they get sold to this idea that if you become a business owner, you will get all this freedom and everything, and magically life will be so much easier, frustrations will be gone. And I think this is like a live example that we can talk about, that hey, whatever in life you're doing, if you're going for greatness, it will come with struggles, right? So it's best to just do it with somebody by your side rather than just doing it alone.
Yeah.
And even if you're an employee, you put that really right. Even your boss will like corrupt, say something that you won't like. Sometimes when you're in business, the client will say something that will. So this is like part of the whole game. And if this is something that you cannot accept, and if you're too accustomed to the idea that freedom, freedom, and suddenly get rich quick scheme, that's never going to come true. And I think Payas, like for this as well, you're working like constantly and you're working hard trying to put the pieces together, do the calls, and then make sure that you can deliver the clients and keep them happy as well, right?
Yeah.
That's
So one more thing I see is that people, they expect that someone will give them each and everything in their hand or spoon feed so that they can get to the next level. But it is not like that. I mean, a tutor or coach can show you a path that okay, this is the path. Here, this is the step-by-step process where you can, move ahead. But ultimately, it's up to you to actually work on it, because as Rohan said that if you are master of something, or if you know that this I know this stuff, how can Rohan tell you that okay, Payas, that if you are a fitness coach, then you have to tell people to eat this many calories, or this is the macros you need to eat to get a six pack. I mean, you have to do that thing, and you have to find out the problem and the solution to tell people or sell to people so that they can convert into a client. I mean, this is up to you. He can show you the path, but ultimately you have to work on it. I see a lot of people finding out a ready-made template everywhere, that okay, this is the template, I just have to copy paste it. There is nothing like copy paste. I mean, people
yeah.
have really hard to come to that point to make that plan. Even if you copy that, you will not find the answer. I mean, you can get 50% of what that person did, but you can, if you want to move, or if you want to get that 100%, so the next 50% is up to you.
Hmm. Right.
You're going to work on it. So you have to create your plan. A coach or mentor or guide can only show you the path and the exact way of doing things, but you have to find your way. You have to figure it out how to actually do. So it's not again, Rohan rightly said that it's not a quick rich scheme uh, that I was actually looking for, because I've tried a lot of things, affiliate marketing and whatnot, doing clickbank stuff, finding out products and selling them online and everything, but that was not my thing which I was looking for. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think you need to work hard. So it's not like
definitely.
you just sit and Rohan will give you, okay, this is the plan. You just run ads, spend 1 lakh rupees, and you'll get 5 lakh rupees in next few days. It's not like that. You have to
Yeah,
work. You have to,
definitely.
yeah.
It's like, I remember some people like asking like, Rohan, what are the top 100 niches that I can just pick and, just suddenly become successful? And I'm like, it's not about the niche. I think you do not understand it. Like, it's just figuring out the problem. I think one really awesome thing, Pius, that you did in this particular situation is it's the lockdown period that's going on right now. And while most people are like struggling that, how I will be able to cover the cost or pay for the rent or get new clients or whatever, because, rather than doing all that, I think you adapted to the environment, right? And you crafted an
Yes.
offer that would allow these people to, go for your services because it's solving a really core problem, right? What exactly was your offer when you were pitching to these people, and how did you decide that, I think I should use this whole opportunity to, get more clients?
So, see, initially I wasn't, really sure about uh, how to get people on board. But I was, literally trying a lot of things, finding out how can I work. And the main thing, whenever you are trying to sell someone, that Rohan have actually taught in this whole thing, that you have to find out a problem, you have to find out an audience, and you just have to connect that. That's it. That's what you have to do. But you have to, you need to, first understand what's your passion. First step. Second step, problem, and what you're going to offer, your solution or your service or your product, whatever it might be. So you have to, you have to figure it out on your own. I mean, Rohan can't tell you that your audience is facing this, because if you are doing that stuff from, maybe let's say 6 months, 3 months, or you are a beginner and you want to start something, so you know what your what problems your audience are facing right now, and then you can provide them a service in return of the cash. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to be very clear. So that's what I have, just uh, I did that. I mean, I have just followed the plan. I've figured out my audience, figured out what problems they are facing right now, and the solution which I have to offer. Again, there is a lot of things. It is not that easy. You have to figure out. You have to craft your offer. A lot of things are need to be done, before you finally enter the market. So these all things you will learn when you come into the UAbility Elite program. So that's what makes it unique, that you get you this is the mini MBA. This is what I said to one of my friend, and he have recently joined UAbility Elite.
Yeah.
If you remember that Shobraj
Mm-hmm.
from he have recently joined. So that's what I told him, that see, he was asking me that, Payas, can you help me in this, figuring out what to do. I told him that, yeah boss, you know it better than me. I mean, whatever solution you have, whatever you do, you know it better. You know the problems better than me. So you have to figure it out. You have to, write it on a pen and paper and figure out what all things you can do with your audience. I cannot tell you, or even Rohan cannot tell you. You have to figure it out, and then Rohan can help you craft a proper plan to reach those people and sell your services. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think most people can't move past this first initial phase only. But I think, Pius, one thing that I've learned from you and something that I myself went through this, it's not like an instant process. Okay. It's a process technically, to find your niche and to find this problem. If we really look at it, it took you, I think, 6 to 8 years, because
Yes.
you know what we don't realize is that you started a long time ago and you just started rather than just thinking that, oh, I should do this or I should like contemplating the decision. You just took action, right? And throughout this whole journey you work with, let's say, client X, client Y, client C, A, whatever, and slowly gradually you start identifying, okay, so this is the person, this is the problem, this is how I can actually use this, and this whole process actually built up, right? But if you would have just like sat down and probably not quit your corporate job or probably not taken any action, then you would have not found out this whole thing, right? And I think the most important thing that you started doing was the sales calls, which led this whole bridge and allowed you to actually move forward, right? By the way,
Yeah.
Payas, like when you were, just working as an independent PT, how much were you making at that point of time?
So, see, it's ultimately up to how many contacts you have. If you are just entering the market, so that will be, you can charge anywhere around 8 to 10,000 for 20 sessions, maybe 18. It depends from trainer to trainer, but it is not that easy if you are very new and you are just entering a market. Let me tell you my how I have entered this whole PT thing. I was there, in Ahmedabad, and I was, always, switching these gyms and all. So, and I was still doing my job. So at that point of time, people have started knowing me, that they actually liked me, and the kind of passion and the efforts which I used to put in my whole workout routine and everything. So from there, I have started, telling people that okay, this is what I do, and I have started making contacts. And after talking to a lot of people, I still remember I've started with one client, and that too it came from reference. So reference is something which I'll say it's just out of luck, that if somebody is looking for XYZ solution and you are providing this particular service, then only you can get into this field.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I will say that there are two things which you can do. Either you can depend on your luck, that someday some people from somewhere will know about you and take your services. Or
Hmm.
there is another, that you can work or create a plan where you can pass on your message to a lot of people, and
Yeah.
then out of that you will get 5, 6, 10, maybe 15, maybe 20 clients.
Mm-hmm.
So that isn't there. I mean, I can see that still people, the PTs and all, whoever are working in the gym, if they are a freelance trainer, they can earn good. I mean, it certainly depends. Maybe 30,000, 40,000 a month. If someone is working in the gym, so it really depends from city to city how much that particular gym is charging to people, and out of that they will take 60% of the share from that personal training charges, and you will only receive 40% of it.
Mm-hmm.
When I have started applying for gyms and everything, I have seen that people are literally struggling, and these managers and all, after having, if you are really confident about whatever skills you have, and you know that you are worth even more of what they are providing, you will immediately drop the offer.
Hmm.
So that's what I think. I mean, I have started working here in a gym before taking your course. So 1.5 months back. And that's what I'm seeing. I mean, even first of all, you cannot charge them more. You have to work according to those gym people and what services and offer and what the price they are offering to people. You have to, follow that. Again, it's not up to you. There is a lot of politics going on inside the whole system, where this other trainer, if you are charging, let's say, maybe 10, 20,000 for your whole thing, coaching services, that other trainer will come from, anywhere, and he'll say that I'll give you this whole thing for 5,000 rupees
Discount, basically.
discount and all. I mean, then what people will start doing is they'll start comparing yourself,
Yeah.
comparing you with other trainers.
Hmm.
Even if you have a lot of qualifications, even if you have a lot of things which can tell them the techniques, strategies to reach their goal faster, they'll say that okay, this trainer is giving me for 5,000 rupees, why should I pay you double or triple the amount?
Yeah.
So that is the main problem which trainers are facing right there, good trainers who are getting into this field. So I think if you want to stand out and make your own identity as a highly qualified trainer and who can solve people issue and charge for all those things, then I think that I mean, for me, I wouldn't work for any gym or club, health clubs or anything, because I know the situation, what's going inside. And even if some trainers are watching this video, they also know the situation, what is
Hmm.
going on inside. So I don't think so. People should take up jobs in facilities and all. I mean, it's just my uh, thinking.
Opinion.
Maybe there are some. I've seen a lot of trainers making more money, but I don't know for how long they can continue with that. I don't know. So
Yeah. Regardless of that bias, like even if they were like making 30, 40, you did double of that in a week's period of time. And if like touch wood, like we could continue this run rate, it's at 2.8x a month run rate, right? So
Yes,
that's
yes,
like something amazing.
yes.
So yeah, Pius, like that's something that amazing you have achieved. You want to open the door?
Yeah.
So yeah, Pius, just like that's really awesome to know. One more thing is like when you were actually going for this program, what particular part of the program, you were like, okay, this is something that I need to learn, or this is something I didn't know before.
Sales part. I think sales is the most important part in whatever you do. Okay, sales and even marketing, I will say, because without marketing, you cannot connect with more and more people. And without sales, you cannot convert those people into leads. So I would really say that a beginner will need each and every part of this course, even at an intermediate level. See, I have been learning things from past 7-8 years, so I have already seen a lot of Rohan's courses and everything. So I did know a lot of things, but again, as I told you, that it's all about connecting those dots and reaching to a point that where you can make a complete system. I mean, maybe like just what we do, we usually see a lot of YouTube videos and think that we have now become an expert, but it's not like that. You can just if you have seen one part of something, then you have to see other part, and you have to see 100 other videos to finally come to a situation. Even after that, you can, if you cannot make or turn things out and make a whole system, then you absolutely need uh, uh, a coach or a guide who can actually show you that this is what you have to do, and in the next 5 weeks uh, this is how your system will look like. So I'll say that it's about connecting the dot. I'll say that each and every part of the course, the 5 week course, were really important to understand the whole process.
Right.
And there were lots which I have revised, and there were unnecessary things which I was doing, which I need to just get rid of.
Absolutely. That's
So
really
yes,
awesome.
yeah.
That's really awesome. So that's really awesome to hear, Pius. Now, like any words that you would like to say to, anybody who's your final words, to anybody who's thinking to probably join this program or probably thinking to become like a fitness coach online and take their businesses or scale the one that they already have, like any thoughts or final words that you might have?
So, see, finally, I'll say this that see, problem will come at each and every situation. I mean, even if it is your personal life or your professional life. So, uh, whatever things you try, you have to have faith in it before joining a program. I mean, nothing is absolutely 100%. Nobody can give you that key to finally open up the doors for something. So you have to believe in someone. Okay, take up the things and just focus on what that particular person, coach or guide is teaching you, because ultimately this is what we have been doing from when we have entered into the school. We just follow our teachers, and whatever they tell, we follow. And then finally a time comes when we get a good job, and then you move ahead. So same thing here, you have to have faith uh, in whatever you are doing. uh, when you talk to Rohan, I mean, he will understand your current situation, and whatever you are into, he'll understand your problem, and then he'll be giving you the solution through his services. So it is really important that just forget everything what you have learned in the past. Fix that this is my goal. Okay, get into the program, learn each and everything, give your 100%, and try out things on your own. Because if you are going to do what everyone else is doing, ultimately you are going to copy someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So don't copy anyone. I mean, there will be a lot of people in the course itself who will be guiding you, who where you can see what they are doing. but never copy. I mean, you have to figure it on your own so that you will have that uniqueness in your plan, your services, your solution, your niche. You have to give it a different angle so that even if somebody tries to copy it, maybe your competitor and all, he'll never succeed because he do not understand the whole process. He'll just see your website and maybe look at your funnel how you are doing it, but he'll not know how you are bringing those leads and generating those strategy sessions and how you are converting those people. He'll never know what you are doing. So
True.
you don't have to be worried. I mean, I still get a lot of whenever I do the strategy session, there are a lot of people who will say some bullshit even on my ads and something which doesn't understand what's inside. But yes, one thing I did was I have stopped listening to these people because there are a lot of people who will try to bring you down everywhere you see. I mean, social media is full of those kind of people. You just, I'll say that don't discuss this with anyone. If you think that you have to reach this particular goal of yours, financially, professionally, or if you have made any goal, just, get into the program and start. I mean, you will figure it out. Maybe not in 5 weeks. It will take 10 weeks if you're new to all this thing, but you will get there. Just follow one program and don't just go out there and see hundreds of YouTube videos and everything and confuse yourself. It's all about sorry, getting that one plan and working on it. Yeah.
That's fantastic, Bias. Bias, anybody who's looking to, let's say, get fit or looking to even, hear more about your program or anything like that, how can they connect with you or how can they find out more about the awesome fitness information that you
Sorry. So yeah, anyone looking for any and getting lean. So this is what I do. I help people to get a lean and toned body, even if you're looking to get a six pack. So I'm a certified coach and a fitness trainer for
want?
international.
Show us your biceps. You gotta.
So during this lockdown, it's not in shape till now. Yeah, it's still there. But yes, anyone looking to get into shape, getting toned or getting a six pack, they can visit my website chimpanzee.com. And I have been there since 8 years. So just search for chimpanzee even on Google. You'll find out each and every social media profile and wherever I am present right now. So yeah, that's it. My name is Payas Bharadwaj. Actually, you can search for that too.
Fantastic. I'll put the link in the description so that people can connect with you and visit your website in case they want to. All right. So, Payas,
Sure,
it was
sure.
great talking to you. Thank you so much for sharing this motivational thought and conversation with other people. And I'm pretty sure it's going to inspire a lot of personal trainers and aspiring consultants to follow the same journey. So, congrats again. And thank you so much for coming on this call.